Good morning. Thank you. That was beautiful, musicians. Thank you so much. What a wonderful morning. I am honored here to be here. My name is Reverend Tamara, and I want you to know I'd like to start off always with you setting an intention of what you want to receive from this music, from the message. And also, I'd like to do a little meditation, a little breathing. So let's start with breathing 3 times together and go into our intention and settling in. Here we go. Let's breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. Breathe in and release. Thank you. So I always try to get inspired during the week. So I watch a lot of videos, spiritual videos, and I look for inspiration. I found the most amazing video. And it's a 30-minute video, and I decided I would watch it over 15 times and try to paraphrase it in 3 minutes. So I really hope I've accomplished a little bit of what I've attempted to do. But I really want you to participate with me. So this particular person, I want you to try, as I read, to figure out when this person gave the forecast that I'm about to share about America. And after I'm done, I invite you to raise your hand if you're courageous enough and just shout out when you thought this might have been written. And then I will tell you who it is. Is that okay? All right, here we go. It is my 3 minutes. Remember now, I'm not going to do any other reading but this one. It's a little long, and there are sentences, and then I go on to the next sentence because paraphrasing was a little tough. But here we go. Well, first, let me say that the topic this morning is loving the unlikable, beneathness, exploring the things that lie beneath the surface. And we'll talk about that later. So, here it goes. The forecaster. In the mid-2020s, America would face a great test. Division of values would polarize the nation. A leader who would divide the country. Economic and environmental predicaments will happen in 2026, and a constitutional crisis would emerge. America will have to choose between security and freedom. America will decide between moving forward with evolved consciousness or backward toward authoritarian patterns. There will be a transformation through crisis. The disaster will be a necessary catalyst for American evolution. Old systems will die, so new systems will emerge. The soul of America would hang in the balance. A path through this period would emerge. Unity after great division. An unexpected ally would emerge. outside the system, a healer, one who will bring people and communities together. A spiritual awakening will dawn, for the external world reflects the eternal state of humanity. Let me read that last one. For the external world reflects the eternal state of humanity. Molly. No, but that was a good one. 1850. Very, very close. That's close to when the person was born. Maybe that gives you a clue. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Boy, you guys all, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is Edgar Cayce, who was born in the mid-1800s, and he then predicted this in 1938. Now, he died a year before our president was even born. This is a prediction that he had. And it was just really amazing to me because what this says to me is the words that Aristotle and the Greek philosophers talked about also, that the revealing of who we are and consciousness and how important that is ongoing. It's ongoing. It's our spiritual history. And, Edgar Cayce also went on to say that we can change that prediction and how that is changed. And I want to say something. We stand here every Sunday and talk about a world that works for everyone. What does that mean? Just like if I commit to being a more loving person in my prayers, in my treatments, everything unlike love comes to your face so you may heal it, so you can experience more love in your life. The same goes for a world that works for everyone. And here's the great news. It's not just good, it's great. Okay? Because I know I needed some great news. We don't have the power. We are the power. We are the power. And the realization is somewhere your soul has made a contract to be here now. To be here now. Your soul says yes. Your soul is saying, I have to remember that I am the power. There is no such thing as powerlessness in the infinite, in the spiritual. There's so many good books, Man's Search for Meaning, where everything physical can be taken away, but your soul remains the essence of your power. We dismiss this battle right now. It's an age-old battle through history, right? It is. The material is to walk with the immaterial, to walk with spirit. We have to have certain things for this material body. Air, water, food, shelter. And then here comes the best. Love, belonging, to thrive, to thrive. But we dismiss that so much. This beautiful, finite body is run by the infinite, by the mystery of how it works, how it heals. Everything that we discover is from the invisible world. And yet we poo-hoo it all the time. And we make our foundations and our towers of gold thinking that the more we have And the more we get, the more satisfaction we'll have. And the interesting thing is, all of you know this, that it is through giving that we can understand love, not by being loved. How many people here have been loved by someone they weren't in love with? And how many of us have loved someone who isn't in love with us? God forbid. But it is the balance of knowing that we sometimes get this really backwards. And it's this journey, this beautiful journey with pain and suffering that we fight to rise above, to hold on, to remember that we're not separate from the very thing itself called life, the energy, the infinite. We have to remember that. You know, every enlightened, whom I consider enlightened being, once they feel that they have become more enlightened, it's never kicked back at margaritas, you know? It's like all of a sudden you recognize real oneness. And the oneness is that we cannot leave anyone behind. Once someone understands this invisible joy and love, we want to empower others to experience what we know. We don't kick off and say, hey, good luck, see you later. And that's where service comes from. That's why in giving love is when we receive it. I mean, my grandparents on both sides, my mom's and my dad's, were born in the mid-1800s, just like Edgar Cayce. And I remember my dad telling me that his father would say, you know, you can really see the character of a man by the way they treat their horse. Now, I say that because we have come far the way we treat animals. Now, our domesticated cats and dogs are treated better than some people across the planet. Because something shifted, and in giving that love, we found the bond. And just like people who fall in love with nature, which most of us can, we feel a bond, a connection. And isn't that beautiful? Next. You know, I just want to say that our egos are there for a purpose, and they cannot rule. Because then we place all our bets on the material world, which is finite and will decay. So we search from that inner calling for a relationship with something we can't touch, something that we can't see, but our soul speaks to us saying, I know it's it. How do I get more of it? Funny thing is, it's not measured like that. It's always there. If we look for it, if we seek it, and if we take quiet time to feel it. Edgar Cayce talked about the collective consciousness of ordinary citizens who are not ordinary because you are the power. That means that making a world work for everyone, including ourselves, is our work as spiritual warriors, is to remove those barriers within our heart and those barriers within our mind. And we all know what those are. Our righteousness, our judgment, and the scary part is, for many people, they will choose security over freedom because of fear. And today, that's what I want to say. It may get a little dark here next year. The predictions are. But the beauty is we're preparing with the right armor. We are preparing with kindness, with compassion, with love. 7 million people a couple weeks ago came out and said something about that, right? They said something about that. And our work collectively that just happens when individually we just don't move our mouth. We have action. But the real work is what's covering us from our beautiful, infinitive life that is spiritual. The moments that we are kind to someone in the grocery store, the moments while we're driving, that we send blessings when someone cuts us off. You know, the moments when we get irritated or upset and we communicate to our loved ones, you know what, I'm a little agitated today, it's not you. And go within and say, what's going on here? It's in every moment we speak, every moment we act, and every moment we think. What are we thinking? What are we holding? And the mysteries of life will unfold their secrets when you love and seek them. No matter what faith you are, no matter who your partner is, we have to embody our faith. Embody our faith, remembering we are the power. It's not about having it, it's about we are it. And collectively, not only when we do that marches, but when we take time each day to practice the things we want to see in the world. There's a lot of work. But you are here for a reason. You are here for this time, maybe specifically, because your heart, your mind, and your energy is needed in the spiritual drama that is unfolding. No matter how you show up, doesn't matter how much money you have, what you look like, how old you are, how young you are the power in each moment. That's pretty great news, isn't it? I'm saying this because all of a sudden I realized I can't indulge myself in fear. It takes away everything. There is no power over your heart, mind, and soul but you. And when things come up that is hard to look at, hard to temper, I say, for me, I go within and say, I am looking for the higher place to come from, to quell my heart and everyone else's around me, in the knowing that I have a purpose here. You have a purpose here. And to me, that's pretty darn exciting. And I'm not going to say we don't tether our camels and prepare for some things that may manifest next year, manifest in lack. But no, we will win. We will win because who we are is the light. All of us will win. And that the towers that are built upon the foundations of greed, the foundations that do not support all of humanity in every history, they crumble. This too shall pass, and this will crumble. And how you stand makes a difference, makes all the difference. Because without each other, the power takes a longer time to manifest and evolve. So embody your passion. Know you are the power. And let's go forward to the next evolution. Thank you. Yeah, so blessed, so blessed. Thank you. And now going within, knowing that we are born out of the image of the infinite. For it is divine design, not by merit, not anything earned, But just showing up in this incarnation, in this life, we are of value. We are the power. We know that the difference we make is in the work we do within to reach out with compassion, with love, with belonging, with standing in the light and the truth that is here for all of humanity and Mother Earth. And as we stand in this collective consciousness, it shifts into this transformation of a better world, of systems that need to transform, that need to die, so that new systems emerge that support the future, that support human evolution, so that we may thrive, so that we may protect this planet and one another and all animals and beings on it. We are the power. We are the ones that move through the silent whispers of the soul that are stronger than any steel or more valuable than any gold. Love, belonging, doing our spiritual work. That is what I invite us to do today. And with the grace of God, I know it is so. And so it is.